hard then. So, how's it going, Ottoman? You are pressing quite hard into Austria, however, that is no doubt exhausting, isn't it? Venice took Cyprus. And Hunj, have you granted yourself any allies? Of course not. Nobody likes Hunj. And how about you? Okay, the Ottomans want to join in, but only just. May as well ditch that military access whilst we're still drinking it, and then keep the claims going on Hunj, so that we are ready to strike. Manpower recovers, but... Oh, tell me about your ideas, Hunj. Oh, wow. I guess you, aren't going to be difficult to fight. Yeah, I used to always go for the base tax, or at least almost always, but now we're going for the manpower. Why? Because it goes well with our ideas. And I love having tons of manpower. It is a joy in itself. You're militarily up to par, so... Don't forget, religious plus quality has one of the best ideas ever. I'm with you on that one. Okay. Wow, the Ottomans are drowning in debt. Let's just hope Austria don't feel the need to peace out anytime soon here. I wonder if they've got troops stranded here and that's why they can't really influence this fight. Oh well, I'll show influence. Let's get that holy war on the go. No point in delaying it. I'm sorry, Hunj, but you're not allowed to exist. The biggest problem for me is that if you convert these lands, then they're going to be really, really hard for me to convert back. Like you, for example. 64.6%. Intolerable. Easy peasy. And you're part of my beloved, it's not exactly my home trade node right now, but it's still my beloved trade node. How are we doing in the Gulf of Aden? Good chunk of it, but I wish we had more, and that is when Yemen will have to fall. Sadly, he's allied himself with some rather beefy friends. Not so beefy that I couldn't take them down, but it would be quite the waste of resources. Hop to it. Tis the season for Christmas music as well. As if we ever needed the help. Again, it's just a capital fort, so ditch these jokers. And the rest of us go looting. I'm trying to remember what this special thing about taking animist provinces was. Is it something like no... Wow, got completely drained very quickly. Was it something like no separatism? I'm trying to remember. Clearly don't play Colonial very often, so it's news to me. Will you be taking exploration to colonize these grey-skin lands just because you can, Jake? No, no way. Not taking exploration unless it's really part of a big master plan. And I assure you, there's no such thing in this run. Okay. Ottomans must have finished up with their war. No? Did they pay down their war exhaustion then? I guess the Makurian get to survive another day. Okay, it's primitive lands that we don't get a lack of separatism for, but that's not really going to apply here. I struck too quickly. I still have to finish my claim. Something worth waiting on, to be honest. As a Jewish nation, I command you to get the gold. I'm not really that concerned about it. I mean, maybe I could take expansion 1. It would allow me to fill in these gaps. But I would have to wait for my third idea for that because I've already taken religious. Oh well, if we have spare diplomats, we may as well be fabricating claims on the Babylux. And Saida is first on the menu. Jake, declare war on the Otto scum. Not just yet, I need to bide my time here. Also, running low on people that we can call our enemy. I'm glad the Mamluks had a time to get riled up and say their piece. Now I got minus 16 revolt risk here, which is lovely. Oh, and I'm not used to having these loads of extra missionaries. Militarist Ottomans. Actually, Makuria. No, they're not anywhere near wanting to peacefully be my vassal. Okay, freed up. So, first up, Annex Hunj. And taking all their money. Sadly, they had very little. Chomp. Yeah, I imagine they'll rise up rather swiftly. But they'll be pathetic. I'm sure we can take them down with you alone. What, Austria as a rival? That doesn't strike me as useful or wise. But I need what little PP I can get. It's probably worth my time heading south as well, since, as was duly noted, there is the gold down here. And it'll stop them from draining Gulf of Aden. Actually, Zanzibar is a great node to hold control over. You know, maybe exploration +1 would suffice, because then I could colonize these lands. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, actually. Do it nice and slowly, and then we'll get another better idea later on. I normally say you must take the inflation for this, but actually Diplo power is next to worthless for us right now. Also, that is unnecessary. Jake, do the Knights still exist? No, but yes. They must have gotten that event that cedes Malta to them. Alright, so where to now? I guess you've allied Kilwa and Marahan. Really, I'm facing all three of them, whichever way I slice it. So why don't I make claims on a good chunk of you? And then we just smoke them. I mean, we could take what? That's like 10, 20, 30, 40... Okay, we wouldn't be able to get very far. But by the same token, I don't want you getting involved until I fight the Mamluks. I don't really have the army, nor the economy to be keeping up this kind of conquest. But we should do it anyway. Alright, forget these guys then, I don't want to hear a peep out of them. Besides, they'll be docile enough once we get our... get ourselves together, really. I don't have time to build a fort here. I would like to, it would make this upcoming war considerably easier. But as I said, there is no time. How do Kilwa do in terms of numbers? 15,000, but they'd probably take that up to something like 23,000 when the going gets tough. That Ottoman war exhaustion. Oh, what? Who are you to decide? They're saying this because I don't have a truce. The reason I don't have a truce is because I just annexed my religious enemy, you dense fools. Jewish zealots have risen up. Hold on, what do they even want from me? Yeah, missionary strength versus heretics, which is completely useless to me right now. 2 mercantilism, which is always something you want. Mercantilism is so good in this game. So how do we look at this situation? I really would like more units, but money is an issue. Still. Gotta spend money to make money and all that. A further 5,000 men couldn't hurt. Jake, how are the Ottoman doing? Still in debt? Naturally. It's getting close though, but I have a feeling this war won't be going on for too much longer. After all, Austria have lost a considerable chunk of their forts. I can't see them making some kind of incredible comeback here. The thing that surprises me is that they're not getting dogpiled. Now I have a claim on you, but I should probably be claiming some of this as well. Just how much can I take anyway? So that is 18, 38, 48, mathematics, you know. Alright, 26, 43. So I could take these 4 provinces, but probably not even that. So if there's anyone we're going to claim, it may as well be Mombasa. Otherwise, everyone else should stay free and ready to fight. Okay, we just have dry lands here, so we shall destroy them. Yeah, this will all come together rather nicely. Jake, let them ravage non-Jewish land. What non-Jewish land? I've been converting everything I can. Or do you mean the animists? Okay, how do we cut this then? Where's your... yes, your capital is right here. So what we do is 4 to the north, crush you, leave behind some remnants, and then we march south on the Kilwas. Malindi may as well be a co-belligerent. Actually, there is no need to do that. The thing about Kilwa is they must not be made a co-belligerent. We'll just have to settle for taking less land and probably a good chunk of their money. Yeah, there really is no point. Okay, let's do it. A 1, 2, 3, a little more than 3. And yeah, we'll keep our boats docked here. Wow, I got a light ship as well. Yeah, we'll hold on to it. So, crush, kill, and destroy, please. It's actually kind of useful to have this guy here for our units to run into, because you don't take entry attrition when there's an enemy army in your way. So we'll just ditch our cannons and our infantry there. We're going to leave some spare infantry as well, because plague can now break out, and that does nasty things to your besieged forces. And I think we only need a couple thousand more to take out the rest of these. You will not be ready in time, which means you folks go and stare angrily at the people in the south. Alright, maybe I will take exploration. No, actually, I will not. I've decided against exploration and all this colonizing malarkey. That's not what we're all about here on 2 Hours of Hell. Not that this is 2 Hours of Hell. Okay, we're looking at mostly lights there, but galleys beat lights 1-to-1 anyway. The issue is that Kiowa might come up and have a thing or two to say about that. Ah, speaking of coming up and having things to say about things, it's coming up with only a one maneuver. Let's also have one shock, one maneuver, but we'll kind of... None of these are defendable territories. None at all. But this is kind of useful because it gives us... Oh, swell. For some reason you decided to come and attack us in a favourable situation for us. Excellent. Everybody else is freed up. So let's get ready to kill. I don't even care if you team up with Malindi, because Malindi ain't nothing. Okay, that's a river crossing. However, we have 3 maneuver, so we also don't really care. Get down into your gold mines, Kiowa. Get digging for me. Might actually be useful to check just how much money can we punch out of them. A fair chunk, but war reparations are probably worth more, and we will be taking some of that land. Hope you don't mind. Prestige is now worth a fair bit, so I'm happy to invest in one of the advisors that gives it. Jake, will this be the Jewish strike back at German people, or will you just do the achievement? I'm not interested in Europe here, so the closest thing we'll be doing to Europe is Constantinople, and I'm not even sure to what degree we'll be taking land around it, or if we'll just try to snipe the province. I'm just here to get my achievement. There's little more to it than that. There's no smoke and mirrors in this campaign. Or is there? Okay, again, you don't have the maneuver to outdo me. Time to die. Okay, it's getting really nice and Jewish up there. God bless religious ideas. Best ideas there ever were, ever were, and ever will be. So let's consider the situation here. It's all just considered coastline, so I don't have any particularly good defensive positions to take up. So we'll just throw 3 and some spare change on your capital, and then we will hold the line here because it probably has a river crossing penalty. Only between you and Tanga. Alright, well, we'll hold at Tanga then. Okay, I think we just wiped their army, which makes my brilliant military idea just not worth the time there. Okay. Alright, head over to Tanga. And let's just split up. Does he have any forts? Only his capital fort and some useless chump change down south. There is Zanzibar to consider. Loosely. I don't think he's going to erect the world's greatest army there. There we go. That should do a good number on him. See, this is a lot better than seeing all these sieges that you know you're going to have to wait about a year each on, if not worse. Looting this guy would be swell, but no, we've got a job to do. And we've got a religion to spread. And boy, does it have to spread. These animists will be really easy to convert as well, because instead of getting -2 for Sunni or Copts, we get +2 because they are pagan subhumans or something like that. Europa has never been very kind to the pagans. Also, I missed that. Well, actually, you know what? You'll be able to take care of it, and you're better equipped for it. But I'm still marching you guys up there. Jake, do you think we can ever see a reverse Armenian genocide playthrough? That's actually a pretty good idea. But I'll probably forget it fairly quickly. Alright, capped on our points, so... Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I'm taking a whole bunch of land that I want to core. But I did it anyway. You know what? Instead of doing what we normally do, let's do things we don't normally do. I never normally take trade ideas, so let's just take it and get it all fleshed out. Let's just say I'm going to refuse to colonize in this this game. Yeah, that's right. We'll take trade and then proceed to not use our merchant. That's a clever thing to do. Alright, so we have Zanzibar and all this jazz. Guffaw is all I can really say about that. Alright, for now we collected Zanzibar, Alexandria. Won't be that way forever. Jake, it's a mistake. It's great land on your continent. That's fine. But that would go against something I'm trying to do here if I went exploration. Besides, not all Europa campaigns are about building the biggest blobbiest that you can. Adds a new dynamic, this whole looting. I really like it. So instead of going, oh, I gotta have everybody right here, it's like, no, I need to spread out. Suck this guy's lands dry. At the very least, it'll contribute towards my army expenses. And those are not cheap. What is this? Debre Berhan, the Mountain of Light. Hagas I has had a vision in which he... Who? He? She's an empress. Ah, okay. Perhaps he's just a little confused, or maybe it's Birdo. But they've been shown a shining mountain on which to build a new capital of Ethiopia. The church has already been constructed at the site, and now it's up to the state to realize the dream of our emperor. Well, that should be empress. Okay. Shewa would become our new capital. Why? And I would lose all this autonomy on lands that I don't have autonomy on anyway. Yeah, forget that. I wonder if it had any follow-up events. I should write that one down, lest I forget it. Okay, you guys are all in well, but you're actually costing me more than I'm making here, so we'll just dismiss you altogether. Otherwise, we head south. For once this pathetic fort falls to our might, there is gold down here to be had, lads. Jake, it's necessary to be able to out-economy the Ottomans. Necessary. That's a strong word. Could grab those 4 provinces, or I could not. 4 provinces and, well, 3 provinces and lots of money, or no, we'll just settle for 3 provinces because we're going to be annexing 2 other nations whilst doing this. It makes me really sad that Kiowa couldn't be my rival for this. Could have ripped him asunder. However, at least I can somewhat stagger it by taking you now. Oh. Naturally, I'm taking all your money. Cheers, big ears. An inspiring victory for all of us. Protect against Austria, but they have a lot of men. Fewer than they could have before with the Ottoman situation. But hopefully Austria will get themselves some strong no, not strong rivals. They've already got me. Hopefully they'll get themselves some strong friends, maybe even emperorship, and they will fight the Ottomans. That would help me out, because I certainly can't ally them anymore. Okay, GG, but we must core. What have you, Kilwa? You still want to hold out because you have this... No, you have 2 forts to the south. And you've erected another army of 9,000. I'm afraid that isn't going to help you. But one of the annoying things is your forts, the 2 forts that you have here set up, block me. Oh well. Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted that army either. But they retreat north? Yeah, okay. It's up to you, my friend. Okay, with that, all of the north will become Jewish. The Hunj separatists are at it again, though. Why and where? Hmm? Ah, of course. Of course. Not all Nubians. Guess we'll need to get our armies up north sooner or later. I wonder, is he running for Ethiopia? I hope not, but not Ethiopia. Zanzibar. He probably is. Yeah, and I can't even get him there. My individual war score on you is rather low. But it might be better to declare my own separate war on you later on. It's a shame, because I really wanted that money. Oh wow, okay. He really doesn't want to give it up. But I should be showing him who's the boss. Okay, we continue. But the Funj are gonna rise up. Ugh. It's a pain no matter which way I look. Alright, well, to be honest, it's the money that I wanted, so we'll just settle for Malindi for now. We'll be back, my friend. We'll be back. It's not even the one I had to claim on. I suppose part of the issue there is that I can't really core all that many provinces. And these are going to be part of them as well. So it's going to cost 320 to core all that, and I only have 197. Well, at least we get a good chunk of dosh for it all. That pretty much seals the deal on these Funjis going to rise up. Let's get up there, on the double. And then just in case they crop along over here. Nubian is alone in its culture group. That's kind of sad. So they are the new Basque. Also Kaffa, they may no longer have a truce with us, but we're still getting our war reparations from them, and it's quite a lot. It's over 2 ducats a month. Let me tell you, I like that. And with that, we've got all of our claims here. All of our conversions going here. Still, we already did Sadia, but I want Ajloun. Ajloun? Something to that effect. Jake, why is Kaffa still alive? They're my punching bag. I punch them for money every now and then. I fear religious unity may be a while away. Why does no one want to befriend the Jews anyway? Why are we seen as such an enemy? Oh dear, that is rather a few of them, isn't it? Okay, well, we've got to do what we got to do. Actually, they're going to group together rather fast, aren't they? Alright, we need to tear a hole through these guys, and quickly. We have the money, but really not the manpower, so how about we get our mercenaries to do what they do best, go and die for the state. go to Kobe. Everybody's wanting to go to Kobe.